We're here with Sally Ashworth, who's the Executive Director with Visit Lake Norman, and Travis Stancy, who is the Sports Marketing Manager with Visit Lake Norman, and they're coming on our show for a second time. Thanks for coming on again.
Just by way of background, Sally, maybe you can just tell the viewers who might not be as familiar with Visit Lake Norman exactly what it is, because it's unique.
Absolutely, we would be happy to. As far as Visit Lake Norman, what we are charged to do is to bring in national, regional, and state type of tournaments into our area that impacts our hotels, our restaurants, our retail. I think that the saying that goes right now is tourism is economic development. When a traveler comes into the airport and they go to the concierge, they call a cab, they take them to the hotel. There are so many layers that are impacted of the people that are coming to Visit Lake Norman. And I think that we're all cognizant of it. We are located in Cornelius. We certainly have areas of Davidson and Huntersville with area attractions, and we work very closely with all three towns here. But as far as the visitors coming into our area, our region, we are charged in making their experience a great positive memory and hoping that they'll keep coming back.
So you're the official Visitors and Tourism Bureau for that area.
Yes, we are.
And it's also a great resource for local residents too.
It
Because there's
is.
just a tremendous amount, from restaurant menus to a little shop in there where you can buy gifts for people visiting or relatives.
Or if you're planning a trip to the mountains or
Right.
to the coast or what have you.
Those are great points, Lori and Jennifer, because when you walk into our visitor center, there are areas just that you all alluded to earlier, as far as we have featured through the towns of the restaurants, the hotels, the retail, our beautiful parks in the area, which I know Travis is going to be speaking about in just a few minutes about the events that are coming. And then in our visitor center, we also have merchandise. We provide that type of service as far as t-shirts, souvenirs, those type of things for the visitors that actually live there, and then the ones that are coming to the area.
So since you've been on, what has changed at Visit Lake Norman? Any exciting events coming up or news that you want to share?
We do. We have quite a resume of the new events coming into the area. And matter of fact, I'll look to Travis to let you all know what just came into our door and what's coming up.
Yeah, we just host the Southern Conference Collegiate Wrestling Tournament. We partnered with Davidson College as well as the Charlotte Regional Visitors Authority, Charlotte Regional Sports Commission. We hosted it March 6th at Baker Sports Complex, which is the main athletic complex at Davidson College. 6 different university and colleges that competed. Great event. It was a first-time event that we've hosted along with Davidson College and the partners that I just mentioned, and it was a great event. Other events on the horizon, we've got arguably our largest sporting event or fishing event for the year coming up March 24th through 27th. It's the FLW National Guard Open, internationally televised fishing event.
On Lake Norman.
On Lake Norman, right out of Blythe Landing. We'll host the launches will go out 7:15 a.m. Wednesday through Saturday, Blythe Landing. And then the first 3 days of weigh-ins, where they weigh the fish in, will be at Blythe Landing as well, and that starts at 3 p.m.
How many people actually come into town for that?
It's a huge event for us. We have, as far as just competitors or anglers, we have 300 anglers from all over the world, world-class anglers, and then of course, they'll bring friends, family, kids, traveling party. That's what we look for. The bigger the traveling party, the bigger the impact. More hotel room nights, the bigger the economic impact, and that's what we look for.
How do locations get picked for new events? Like the wrestling event, that was the first time that was hosted here. How do you kind of get things like that to come to the area?
A lot of them are actually a very formal bid process. Now the wrestling was a little different. I mean, it was through the conference, and they rotated, different colleges bid on it, and we partnered with Davidson College. And it was held in conjunction with the men's and women's Southern Conference basketball tournament, which was held down in Charlotte, Bojangles Coliseum, and then Time Warner Cable Arena, which is where the Bobcats play. So it was a twofold event as far as the wrestling and the basketball. A lot of the fishing tournaments, very formal bid process, and it's very competitive. A lot of host communities are really going after these type events for the fact that they bring so many people into town, so many hotel room nights are generated, and the economic impact.
We are really fortunate too, with Travis talking about the FLW event coming to town. This is the 4th year in a row, and that really is unheard of in the travel and tourism sector. Normally, these events come in 2 years, and then they actually go to other destinations. And we've been very fortunate in securing this event, the national event that Travis was talking about, for the 4th year in a row. And again, he said it is March 24th coming up, and we are really excited. Travis, you might even want to mention to him the person that we've secured as far as coming up to Lake Norman for that event on Friday.
Friday morning, March 26th, we'll have John Wilson with Fox News Rising coming out there doing his show, which is very popular around here. So we're very excited about that. Going to try to line up some interviews with the mayors as well as a lot of the staff with FLW.
For a spectator, a local spectator, where would they go? Just go to Blythe Landing if they want to observe? Or
yeah, you can come out for the launches, 7:15 a.m. Wednesday through Saturday, Blythe Landing. The first 3 days of weigh-ins, as I mentioned, will be at Blythe Landing at 3 p.m. And then on the final day, Saturday, they hold what they call a family fun zone. It's sort of an outdoor expo, and that'll run from 12 to 4, and then they'll hold the final weigh-in at 4 p.m., which is out at Cabarrus Arena and Events Center.
Okay.
Do people have to pre-qualify to compete in the event? Or?
That's correct. There's two different divisions. There's a professional division, and then there's a co-angler or non-boater, and that's basically your amateur term. And yeah, it's qualifying, and there's some money involved to participate as well. So.
And now events after that point, do you have any other big events coming up?
We do. A couple other fishing tournaments.
Okay.
There's another big swimming event that we partner with the Huntersville Family Fitness Aquatic Center.
Right.
The U.S. National Synchronized Swimming Championships will be held Huntersville Family Fitness Aquatic Center April 14th through 17th. We've been serving on the local organizing committee for about a year and planning with that one. That's basically your most...
Be an amazing event.
Yeah, it'll be a great... It's basically your most prestigious synchronized swimming event that's held in the U.S.
And the
each
swimmers
year.
are from all over the world, correct?
Well, this one's specific to
okay.
the U.S., so it'll be the best synchronized swimmers from across the U.S.
And you know, it is so important when we talk about the local organizing committee, because we certainly, there is 4 full-time staff people on with Visit Lake Norman, and there would be no way that we could form this type of event and do it with 4 of us. And it's just so imperative to understand the partnerships that we continue to foster within our communities, as well as when Travis was talking about in Charlotte at Cabarrus County. So there are a number of players, and with the swimming event coming to town, they have been meeting now for a year,
right.
In planning that and making sure that we've got the restaurants on board and other events that will be partnering with us in the area while the swimming event goes on. So, and we actually do packets for them as well with other events. Whenever other groups come into the area with one of our hosting hotels, we have 17 hotels currently in the 3 towns, and looking very promising that there will be more to come as far as new rooms in the area, and we're looking for that. Even though we've had an economic downturn, we do see that increasing as far as the occupancies, and people are starting to travel again. And
that was one of my questions was, how is the area doing overall?
Well, you know, not to kid ourselves, we have struggled in the hospitality industry, but I do believe that it is now turning. And you know, we were very, very fortunate with the Southern Conference coming to town. We've never hosted such an event like that.
I hate to cut you off real quick, Sally, but we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back and finish up with you.
Okay.
We'll be right back.